Eunice, please let's just talk about trafficking, because people know traffic as like something else, dikoloi, imoto, and all those things. And we will also welcome Ubaba Mdumiseni Wakaba. He's also a senior state law advisor on these kind of topics, on trafficking with persons. Trafficking with persons, they will find a way of telling us ngesintu ukuthi what it is. And we can talk all the English we want, but abantu bethu abantu, they are people who just got lost, who just vanished, and all that kind of stuff. And I was just about to ask you, Eunice, to take us through the concept of how this was coined as trafficking in persons. Let me just give you that chance.
Thank you, Ndadem Soto, and I'm glad you started by saying we are not talking about trafficking, which is there in N1 or N3, trafficking yadikolu.
Yes, ma'am.
Now we are talking about trafficking of people, batu, or how do we say people are trafficked? Like people who are being moved from one country to another. It can be trafficking which is happening within our borders in South Africa or outside our borders.
Yes, ma'am.
And then trafficking a person who unkiwa from his country of origin, aisiwa to another country in the promise of getting greener pastures. And then only to find there was reasons behind that. That was not the reason why the
unknown reasons to the person.
Exactly. So trafficking, we say a person commit an offense of trafficking if he delivers a person, or he recruit a person, or he transport a person, or he harbors a person, or he leaves a person, or he receives a person from this point, which is a country within our borders or outside our borders.
And what is your understanding? How does this administrationally or operationally, or I'm not sure how to put it, because we work with administrations and operations and management and organizational development as in South Africa, and people go to a point of not even understanding what happens, because if I have to offer Eunice work overseas, it could be anything lucrative or it could be everything detrimental.
Exactly.
Let's talk about that.
Well, the country that we are living in, it's open to anything. The platform still where people can talk, people can sell, and then in a way they are recruiting other people. Let's say somebody who in the media this kind of an offer which is paying so much, this kind of a person, the age and what, and then Banabarona maybe in our country because they are accessible to these media platforms.
Yes, ma'am.
I feel like this is a good opportunity. I can't let it miss me. Then the person who easily recruited in that way. Now, the trafficker, he will not be a person who he exposes himself to because in many instances the trafficker is not a person who's making contact with the person he or she is recruiting.
Yes.
And then when the victim on the other side, you will not be knowing you are getting into something else. Just by the picture, there is this opportunity that I might advance myself. And then let me take it. Then things will happen after. After usetsu uthupilwe.
Yes.
Because in some instances, trafficking e ka nna bonolo ha ke re you are being recruited, because I get go tlhagella this beautiful picture ya gore now I'm going to live
so umehluko between ukuthunjwa no.
I was going to say that.
Yes.
Recruitment itla easily because of you this opportunity where okay, this is nice life that I'm going to live. Ki lo kera chelete e pila, ki lo kera ntlo e pila, ki lo phela hamnat. But
in a foreign country.
In a foreign country. And like I said, e itla ba ile recruitment. Wa bona itla pila.
Yes.
On the other hand, ba bangwe trafficking either in a way ya kidnapping or abduction. Bamutswa.
Okay.
And then ba bangwe either in the form of threats. So I be monolo in that in a way ya gore you knew what is going to happen about your life.
Yes.
Other than the other one, o feel a picture which is different about the life which is going to change about them. So, it's where people use their force. The person or the victim is a vulnerable person. How can we dwell back? They cannot fight back for themselves. So the trafficker overly the powers to use threats, force to abduct or kidnap these people. And once they have kidnapped you, they own you. How sana the freedom? You are not yourself anymore. What the trafficker wants, control. You do this, you don't do this.
All right.
Sometimes you can even go hungry. You
You're like in prison.
You are imprisoned.
And different kind of prison, not government control.
Not government control.
All right. And while we are at this discussion, let me just welcome Tate Mdumiseni Wakaba. Tate Mdumiseni is a senior state law advisor when it comes to issues of trafficking with persons. Welcome, sir.
Thanks a lot.
All right. Okay. You came here breathing high, eh?
Yeah, no.
But it's all good.
Yeah, no.
That's humanly acceptable. But this is not humanly acceptable that we're talking about. From the law perspective, where is South Africa standing?
Well, maybe what I can say, just to add to what my colleagues already said about human trafficking or trafficking in persons, is kind of a crime that is so hidden that you cannot easily identify it. Now, where South Africa now is standing, is South Africa, and if you can recall, after 1994 we joined other nations. That we are part of the family of nations. That
was it through United Nations?
Yes, we joined all the nations after 1994 when we attained democracy. So which means now we should be part and parcel of all the initiatives that are being part of we should be part of the initiatives or sort of whatever the United Nations countries want to achieve or to correct in their nations. So we are engaging with them in all these kind of issues. They have conventions there where countries will be signing, and at the same time later they will accede to those conventions. They're dealing with human rights.
That's right.
So in this case, South Africa also was signed the United Nations Convention to prevent and suppress and punish trafficking in persons. So then he has now to develop a legislation which is trafficking in persons, the one we're talking about today.
Yes.
The Trafficking in Persons Act of 2013. Now, what basically the legislation is trying to achieve is to make trafficking persons. I think that's the main one, to make the trafficking persons an offense in the country. Remember, before it was not to say that people who were committing those kind of crimes were not punished. There were legislation. For instance, as my colleague has alluded to say, sometimes you can be kidnapped. So kidnapping was a crime in South Africa. So again, when you talk about trafficking persons, you talk about issues including where a victim may be raped or is raped. So that was a crime in South Africa. So I'm trying to say it doesn't mean that we never ever try to sort out the issues of people being abused in that way. So there's legislation when it came into effect in 2015. That was around August 2015 when it came into effect. So what I can just quickly point out as the most important part of it, when it comes to the relevance of the Department of Justice, where does the Department of Justice enter into all this issue? Now, the legislation itself does mandate the Department of Justice to develop a national policy framework that will be dealing with the administration of the Act, and everything that has to do with the Act, administration. I mean, a lot of things there that are contained in the Act.
All right.
Yeah. So, okay. So that will go. So we did that as the Department of Justice. We did develop that policy framework with, of course, with a lot of government departments, including your Department of Home Affairs, DSD Police, DPCI, all the departments that are key with the issues of crime.
All right. If you have just joined us, we're talking about trafficking in persons, and when we say trafficking in persons, also Eunice has already alluded and explained to how we explain that. But otherwise, I would ask you for you to join this conversation on 0800 142 446, 0800 142 446. We are talking about people who just vanished from your village, people who just vanished from your ikaslako, from people who we didn't know what happened to them. You know, you can't even say they were deceased. You can't even say, Uguti, what? Why would somebody want to go from KZN to Northwest and you don't even know? They don't even call back home. Because we know, umuntu ngumuntu ngabantu. I don't know how to say it in any other language. I'm sorry about that. But those people that we actually don't even know anything about, do you know that that's trafficking? It could be somebody who went somewhere out there and you don't even know that they are there. They are suffering. They are your sister. They are your aunt. They could be your cousin. They could be anybody. So talk to us. 0800 142 446. Do you know anybody who just got missing out of nowhere? You were with them yesterday and today they are not there. Now, from the administrational point of view, we are talking with Eunice Poto. She's the legal administration officer dealing with such kind of things, which is trafficking. It's coined in English, and yeah. Dr. Mdumiseni, you're talking also, you are the senior state law advisor on these things. What are some of these? Let me start with those successful stories that the department has embarked on and actually got to win such. We're not even talking about just winning legal cases. We're talking about solving people's problems here. And give us a few that you might think that we could understand better as umphakathi wasemzansi.
As the Department of Justice, maybe I should explain our role, because we have
yes,
we have a lot of departments involved in the same legislation that have different roles. Like I said before, we kind of coordinating the implementation of the legislation. So what we did, what we did as a Department of Justice, we set up stakeholder forums. Yeah, at nationally, regionally, or provincially, and now the national ones, we call them NICTEP, National Intersectoral Forums in Trafficking in Persons. So the main aim of that kind of a forum is to manage the implementation of the legislation, including the national policy framework. Now at the local level or provincial level, we have your PTTs, which is our provincial task teams. They almost are responsible for the same sort of the obligations or duties, but at the local level. Now we also have what we call the rapid response teams. These are teams that have been set by the Department of Justice to ensure that the rights of the victims are taken care of and the victims or the people of South Africa are protected from trafficking. Yeah. Now with the rapid response teams, that's where we sit as departments at local level, especially those, at national level, especially those ones that are key, including your police and Department of Social Development.
Yes,
that's where we look at the cases as to which cases. The main aim is to unblock all the blockages or delays in the cases that has to do with the issues of human trafficking. Mainly that's one of the things we've done. Now we come to the issue of training, which means now you have to enhance the knowledge of the law enforcement and everyone that has to deal with the trafficking persons.
But who do you train in specific? Yeah,
we developed two, I would say, manuals. We've got the sector-specific manual. That's a manual that will be dealt specifically with a certain government department. Then we have the generic one that will be training everyone, including all the government departments. The main aim is to make sure or ensure that we all at the same page in terms of understanding the issues around trafficking in persons. So as we speak now, the training is continuing. We have the IOM, that's the Organization on Migration.
Yes.
That is assisting on that or partnering with us on that. And we also have the UNODC, United Nations. It's a United Nations organization. Yeah, that it's on drugs and crime. That's one of the organizations that are more active on the issues of trafficking in persons. So we're partnering with them in terms of trying to enhance knowledge and understanding of trafficking persons issues.
All right.
So, now, with the Justice Minister say lastly, we have developed now a draft communication and awareness strategy. That's the strategy we're going to use in terms of making people aware of this scourge of a crime.
All right. Remember, this is a South African program where you can call in all 11 languages. We might be just setting a trend in English. Kaloku unga paula nathi ngesixhosa, ngesizulu, ngesiswati, ngesindebele. Otherwise ukakhona ukubua le rona ka Sepedi, ka Sesotho, ka Setswana, ngaChivenda, ukabulabula, wenza yonke lento le. Kodwa the main topic, the main gist of the day is that we are talking about people who have been taken from their original residence, their original way of living with their own people, and administrationally as Eunice. And I must be saying ukuthi isonophobia, into zokufana nama arranged rapes. You know, when we're talking about things of women and gender-based violence. Those are some of the later kind of crimes that would happen once somebody has been trafficked to a certain. And do we have people who are being trafficked into South Africa?
Yes, we do.
Let's not talk about people who are just moving from here out. Is there any point where they are coming into South Africa?
Exactly.
Even though South Africa is a democratic country?
And South Africa being a democratic country, it's where people see opportunities. And then people, by Loren, they are being trafficked from other countries. Even if they won't be told, or you are going to this South Africa.
Yes.
But back in their areas, Badulang, they have this picture of South Africa being country, and they will have better opportunities. For instance, other people, they can even be smuggled to come to South Africa. They find a way, let us go into South Africa. Better opportunities, only to find into our country, because they don't know anyone here. They are just vulnerable to anything. That's where people get a chance of taking those people.
Yes, ma'am.
We find people now end up being sex slaves. Others end up being labor exploited. Where they end up being drug traffickers. So South Africa in a number of people who have been trafficked from other countries into our country.
Yes. Wow. So Mosani Saetimo in Hillpro, in all these main, where we see with our own eyes. I'm not going to just put unscrupulous evidence over there. People that we know, they might have not been brought by themselves here to come and do these things, right?
Exactly.
Wow. 0800 142 446. 0800 142 446. I think I have made Hantla holo kinale aus Eunice kinale abuti Mdumiseni.
Ndiyaphila tata, ninjani nina? Ya no, nakwelicala silo ngxaki.
Kiphithe handle ntate wena?
Thank you so very much, Patko, and I hope you jotted out that one so that we can just respond to it later on. Let me just take some more people. Ntate Stirman from Etinaga. Babo Stirman? Ninja tat. Ah, the right tat man. Okay, police ngalolo kala as well. Mm-hmm. Mm. Yeah. Mm. 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 Yes. Mm. Enkosi Tatu Stirman from Etinaga, and one more, Usianda wa Sempumalang. Okay, somebody's got their radio on when you hear that kind of sound, so don't be surprised. Utatu Sianda, Sianda from Pumalanga. Tata, please get your radio off. We do have these things sometimes, as Eunice, and
no.
we do have these things because people don't understand how much. Babusian, this is 2019. Ukarabo said that yesterday. This is 2019. We should be switching off our radios when you speak to us, ne? All right. No need for violence. Oh, Bob Lennox used to say that. Talk to us. Talk to us, Malo. Uh-huh. Mm. Mm. All right. Thank you so very much for that, Sianda. And can you listen on your radio? Okay, you'll definitely. I was just. Usianda made a very good point. Let's start with him, where there is a difference between the traditional Uktunjwa and the traditional Yoktunjwa. Kwe trafficking. I'm not sure. I'm a Tswana speaking person, so I might not be expressing it quite very well. But however, let's get into that. Aus Eunice and Tate Mdumiseni. Let's talk about that. And I will just give you a chance in terms of the understanding of all these questions that came through. I'll just leave it up to you.
Okay. Ntate,
Please come closer so that they can hear
okay.
you.
Ntate o buletse o batla go tlhaloganya the difference between human trafficking and kidnapping or abduction. And then like re buletse ka gore human trafficking is when you move a person from one area to another
Where they don't know.
Even though ba bangwe ba bolellwa gore this is where you are going.
You're going to Nigeria.
Yes. Ba bangwe they will be told gore o ya to this area, go na le this that you are going to get, go na le ebile re go patella if the scholarship ke ngwana sekolo re go patella sekolo le everywhere, madulo and everything. You don't have to stress about financial issues.
Yes.
So on the other hand, ba bangwe they don't know where will be their end point. They just being taken from one area to another, not knowing where. But when we speak about kidnapping or abduction, either in a way where a person is taken by force and then
Yes.
yes, and some of the issues in a way where maybe when now you are going to be used as a debt bondage in a way gore o patela sekoloto se rile.
Okay.
Yes, and then how patela
Or rekisitswa or something.
Wa rekisiwa
Oh.
yes, ba bangwe ba nkwa ka dikgoka because of that.
Okay.
Ba kidnap you, and then ba bangwe is an issue ya gore like ndata buile ka the cultural part or the traditional part. Rona re ne re tseba gore go na le meetlo e iriwang, the traditional actions e le gore ne di cultural practices tse ne re di diriwa before. For instance, ya gore you can go to the river and then go bana le this arrangement ya gore ba tlo go thopa from the river ba push to this.
Any somebody arata somebody.
Okay.
Okay.
That one is an arranged one. It is because these people
arranged women abuse. Oh, sorry, I didn't want to say that, but anyway, it comes out like that.
That was an arranged, and then people then come out by year in a wrong way. In a good way.
It's selfish interest.
Yes.
Okay.
A person now have a motopa. And then the person maybe is a young child, or has the meaning of hotoja in that way.
Yes, yes.
And then this young child now over vulnerable or rape or because now a person I'm doing this in the name of culture. This is my cultural practice. That one is not a cultural practice. That is why Mulaukile Wagenelela more to say this is a crime. In terms of the Criminal Procedure Act, the people who do this must be prosecuted because haisali the right way of practicing culture, especially if otubangwana omunyani or is 11 or 12 years, ha understanding what is going to happen. Bale ba khale bale ha ne ba arrange. Yes, that is why the family will now go to that other family to say because other than this one and then what can we call it? We can't say it's a cultural practice if a young girl,
you don't even know the guy.
In other instances, the person is known because the other practice people can say it's an arranged marriage. Mararuna in a way to us it become a forced marriage because you cannot arrange a marriage for a person she was not prepared. For now, you are going to get married to this kind of a person.
Married potential and all that stuff.
The arrangement has been made through the parents. But what they play a role in arranging marriages for their children. They do that by liberating the benefit that will come with it. To say, if my child gets married to this person, this is how much we're going to benefit. Maybe that one, Leona, in a way, the situation that they are living in, the poverty.
Yes.
This is an opportunity that they can use to have their children married to this one. That is why Iva an arranged marriage.
Yes, ma'am.
So awareness in a way, like my colleague had said, we have a communication strategy that is going to help us unfold the issue of doing awareness campaigns,
Yes,
and especially those in the rural areas. They don't understand the difference between being abducted and being kidnapped or being trafficked, and especially when we talk about cultural issues. They know there is this thing happening, but they don't have a problem about it. So, the awareness programs, the campaign, we are going to teach people to be able to differentiate between a person who has been trafficked or a person who has been abducted or kidnapped.
All right. Utatu Stirman, no Patco, Paola tonight about the issues and matters that they brought forward. Mtate Mdumiseni?
Yeah, Utata law was our north.
Upatco?
Yes. Uti abantwana ba crosses white borders, ba Welsh borders. Ingaba ikhona into eyenzeka kwi borders South Africa.
Yes.
In terms of prevent izinto ezinjengezi. Yes, South Africa we have the border control people that are there in our borders.
Are you going to say an adequate one?
No, I would say that.
Yeah.
I would say that.
I want you to say that.
Okay. I would say that, but sometimes adequacy can be something when you might interpret in another way.
That does not work for another person,
yes,
but it works for the other.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So we have those people in our borders. As to whether they are doing their job accurately or correctly, that's something maybe I would say we should welcome as a government to can even try by all means to make sure that things are done properly in those borders. That's why now we have introduced the issues of training and other stuff. Well, in our because these trainings are also going to be targeted also to those people in our borders. Yeah. So the issue of awareness. Yes, my colleague has already alluded to it. Besides the indaba strategy that we have developed, departments bezihlala ziyenza awareness on these issues. But now we could find that sometimes it doesn't reach this point and this other point and this other point. That's why now we sat down to say let's develop an all-inclusive sort of a strategy whereby we'll be able to can assess it in each and every year whether it is effective or not.
All right.
So that's how we are. That's where we are now. So and as get that law ube case what I think is
Stirman.
Yeah. And as ungenza njani ke kuye ngoba thina we will welcome in numbers and we can follow that because in our local levels we have our our rapid response teams.
Yes.
That are actually supposed to be unblocking those things.
All right. We also have RR, and Uba Lennox is part of the RR. I hope they do speak about these things, except just the news and everything. He's just alluding that they do have rapid response that speaks to these kind of issues. And I wish that RR is also connected to our RR. Malmelenox. I don't know. You will tell us more about that one. But anyway, let me not speak much. The conversation is between the public and the experts, and I'm just the facilitator. My name is Mosoto Stone, and I'm also with Mdumiseni Wakaba. He's also the senior state lawyer, senior state law advisor. Yeah, let me just put it the way it is. And also Eunice Poto is also the legal administration officer. But now I have a listener on the line, Asari from Capital Live FM. Asari? I really, really, really wish this thing could be Christmas and they never do this thing again. Asari? Mm. 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 Thank you so very much, Aseri, for that one. Interrelations between two governments from any part of South Africa to any country. And we'll talk about that, country to country relations. I think that one is for you, Ntate Mdumiseni. But otherwise, Carl. Hello, Carl. Good evening. How are you doing? And you're calling us from Richards Bay, North Coast, right? Yes. Hello, Carl. Hello, Carl. Hello, Carl. Hello, Carl. Can you just maybe climb your windmill or find somewhere where there's a better network or something? Yeah, I can hear you very well, my leader. Continue. Mm. Sure. Move again, Carl, because we can't hear you quite very well, man. We had the first question, but move a little bit so that we can hear the second one, and just be very brief with it. When you ask that, yes, we can hear you. Agreeing to the whole terms and conditions, right? Yes. Yeah. Thank you so very much, Butkal, and you'll listen on radio, right? Thank you, my leader. Quickly, Erikitse Osmojaji. Osmojaji? Malme Karabo? Oh, Haifu. Okay. By the way, I'm talking to Karabs, who's on making sure that there's good quality, there's good... whatever that you hear, that's coming so clear and loud to you. Thank you to Ntate Tlogolo Saba Pelile Matebele. Abuti Karabo Lance. Ke ntate ke malome ke abuti ke rangwane ke ramogolo ke sengwe le sengwe se leng gore bagolo ba nna sona. But anyway, quite a very, very prominent question. Here, ke rata re simolla ko morago, starting from behind and going forward. Let's just go through it quickly.
Okay.
I don't know who's starting, but based on the relevance,
Okay,
I would just say...
I can start with the last question that deals with the courts, so whether they're able to...
And there's a thin line between agreeing and not agreeing, which I believe Carl is saying quite a very prominent point,
Yes.
where people say, "Tata mean, you're right, mfuni mean." Yes.
So maybe the first thing to say, we were trafficking in persons is always illegal.
At all times in South Africa.
We don't have a legal...
We don't have a gray area or something?
No.
Even if you agree?
No. That's...
oh, okay.
It doesn't involve issues of consent. So
all right.
It's always illegal.
Now that's clear.
Yes. So with the issue of courts as to whether they are able to deal with these cases, yes, I would say so. Because we have a lot of cases coming out from our courts and a lot of heavy sentences, like life sentences, coming from our courts. So I would say they are able to deal with these cases. The other one is the child who has been trafficked or who just get lost. Then bacabanga ukuthi use Mozambique ne. So ndicinga indlela anoyithola ngayo utata uncedo mhlawumbe aye police station a report le case. Now le case izawudibanisa vele ubudlelwane bamazwe, that is your
interrelations.
Yes, including your Department of your DECO, International Relations and Cooperation.
Yes.
So I started from the police station, then it will go up to those levels, so that there could be interactions between these two countries in terms of law enforcement.
That's right. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Is that all? We can just give a chance to Eunice as well while you're looking at it. You will come back to you.
Okay.
Yeah. Eunice, your take?
Okay. Ke ne ke batla ho add on what Mdumiseni was saying.
Please come closer so that the people can hear you.
Yes, with regard to the interrelations between our countries. You reflect back to the question Dede Carl Hana is our police stations equipped so much for
capacity building within the police? Yes.
Yes. What I can say is they are, because renally the DPCI office, the Directorate of Priority Crimes.
Oh yes,
the Hawks.
The Hawks, yes.
Those people are hands-on when coming to trafficking matters. And ordinarily, the Interpol, who can also be zoomed in when we talk about issues of trafficking. Interrelations with other countries.
Yes.
And then as much as Abuletika, the interrelations department Yarona, which is the DERCO.
Yes, yes.
They play a role in terms of matters that they involved victims of trafficking who are from other countries or who are ours are in the other countries.
Yes.
Babata to be repatriated back to our country, or those who are here trafficked but they want to be repatriated to their other countries. So happen to add on that. Ndate Asiri ubutsisitse ka a question ya ngwana wa gae wa timela, even though I didn't get to understand gore na bua ka a boy or a girl. But anyway, it doesn't matter.
It's a human being.
It's a human being.
Yes.
Disappeared, and then even though they have a lead, mara they cannot go through. Ndate Mdumiseni ubuile alright gore the best thing he can do, go to the police, and then the police, they can take it off. I assure you that the DPCI members, they cannot let you down. Honestly, so many cases that trafficking, they dealt with them. And they made it a point where they went through the courts. And then people have been prosecuted, people have been sentenced.
Let me just find out quickly where Capital Life is, Malume Lennox. It's in Gauteng. So I'm just adjusting that to Ntate Asiri, where he is based, somewhere in Gauteng, where the DCPI is quite very prominent. Yes, I just wanted to make sure to the public that Gauteng has got one of those best Hawks directorate that you can ever find.
Thank you so much. And then ubuletse happened that they Asirika an arranged marriage where after maybe the lady feels or out of the marriage. Okay. Then maybe we discover later that things are not the way she thought or so in the marriage. Maybe we find out or there are things that have been done against their will. So what I can say is an arranged marriage doesn't say because now you people have not agreed to Horlinyalane. This was arranged between the two families, I guess.
Yes.
Now the legality about it is if two into quoting to the recognition of customary marriages, because some people are lost when coming to arranged marriage.
Let's just try to hit onto the points because we're losing a bit of time, and there's two things that I would like you guys to finish with. Let's just make it a bit quicker. I know you want to explain as much as possible, but time.
What I wanted to say, in this situation, if a person wants to come out of the marriage, they can. That's why the divorce cause are there.
Yes. All right. Tata Mdumiseni?
Yeah, Tumbabe kwabuza noma angakwazi na uyo reporter kwi RRTs and rapid response teams.
Yes.
Yes, but ke mhlambi if angangazazi, in case angazazi, we've got the NGOs in our local area.
Yes.
Those people, we're working with them. So she can or he can report to the NGOs.
All right.
The issue enjalo.
All right.
A lot of cases that have been reported through NGOs.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so very much. 2 questions. One to Ntate Mdumiseni. First to Eunice, as an administrator to this. Give us where we can get more help if we are not speaking to GCS radio with community radio stations. And Ntate Mdumiseni, what can you do to prevent human trafficking from the legal perspective? Because ukumshaya ngizomshaya. But it's not the ideal thing to do, right?
Yes.
So give us those solutions in terms of legality. But let me start with you, and then I'll come to Eunice to give more information on further engagement and discussion on these kind of topics.
Ndiyabulela tata, ndicinga uba iba ndikuve kakuhle uzama uqonda uba singayikhusela kanjani okanye singayinqanda njani yilo mkhuba wokuqoyilwa kwabantu. Ya, ndinganje into yokuqala njengoba besike satsho kuqala kukhona into esithi awareness, ukusasazwa kolwazi.
Yes.
Ya ngalo mkhuba wokuxhatshazwa kwabantu. Yes. So yenye izinto singayenza ukunqanda yona ukuba iqhubeka abantu babe nolwazi ngayo. Okwesibini, xa siqhubeka sitraina our law frontline people, like the ones that again ndatsho about borders and your social development, the law enforcement, ingasinceda loo nto ukuphucula indlela yokudila yokunqanda lo mkhuba. Okwesithathu ndingathi xa siqhubeka senza uphando le nto bathi i-research, sizama ujonga uba kanti ngoku where do we go wrong? Where did we go wrong in all these things?
Yes.
Sifeyila ndawoni, zeziphi indawo esino-improve kuzo, into ezinjalo. Xa siqhubeka senza uphando olunjalo, nento njengoba ngoku abantu bangena kweli lizwe mhlawumbi who have been trafficked, bangena kanjani kweziphi indawo, mhlawumbi ibhoda besiyaphi. Into ezinjalo, uphando olunjalo uyafuneka lihlale liqhubeka. Yeah. Enye into mhlawumbi ndingatsho nakuluntu. Uluntu kufuneka lihlale livule amehlo. Into endingayitsho nje kulo. Into yokuqala akufunekanga njengoba omnye utata ke watsho uba mhlawumbi uzawunika ihike umuntu ongamaziyo okanye uthenjiswa umsebenzi ngumuntu ongamaziyo mhlawumbi omaziyo, ngoba funeka siyiqaphele uba umuntu who is a trafficker can be someone omaziyo. It can be your mother, it can be your father, it can be a relative, uncle or whoever. It can be your brother. It's someone sometimes you know and someone you trust. So kumkhuba nje ofihlakele kakhulu.
Exactly.
Engekho lula ukubona. So zinto abantu funeka bahlale bevule amehlo and bazi bafuneka bazireport i-cases ezinjalo. Xa kwenzeka uba mhlawumbi ube unorhano that you suspect ukuthi lo muntu ikho into engahambi kakuhle, ukhona utata wathetha into yoba mhlawumbi siyazi uba abantu ngabaphi. Umzekelo i-language yomuntu. Anditsho umuntu othetha i-language ongaziyo has been trafficked.
Exactly.
But it's one of the indicators ezinokuxelela uba ikhona into mhlawumbi engahambi kakuhle. Mhlawumbi ufika unamanxeba unayo yonke unezikazi yonke.
Of course.
Yeah. Uyakwazi nokutsho umbona no ikho into engahambi kakuhle. Mhlawumbi uthathelwe i-IDs yonke loo nto. Yeah, and again singabazali noluntu ngaphandle ne-civil society necawa kufuneka sibe ngathi siyaqiniseka siqine kusasaza ulwazi ngalo mkhuba and sihlangane sibe into enye.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Ndingayeka apho.
All right. Enkosi Tamtu. Enkosi Sis Eunice, let's talk about where people need to get you now. There will be more of what Utamdu is talking about in those, it might be a telephone, it might be an email, it might be social media. Give us all those specifics.
So, in all these things that are happening,
yes, ma'am,
regarding the trafficking in persons, the first entry point will be the SAPS, which is our police stations. And people must know this number. If they are far from the police stations, they will have to call a toll-free number, SAPS, which is 08600 10 111.
08600 10 111. That's
yes.
The number. Yes.
And then happily the line that they can call with the NPA, which is our National Prosecuting Authority, which is 012-845-600.
It's a Pretoria code.
It's a Pretoria
012-845-6000.
6,000.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right.
And then, Department of Justice, Lerona, you can use our Pretoria number, which is our national office, 012-315-111.
All right.
No, 1111.
1111, not 111.
Yes.
015.
012-315-1111.
Thank you so very much.
And happily, this trafficking hotline, we encourage people wherever they are, please, please, please call. How one things still was suspect or who can only trace a fitting people. Wabona or this Kabundia Makelwan for Katoban about of face of Halamat. Call 0800 222 777.
You know, being called Impi, Bra Lennox, ne? It used to be a bad thing to do back in the days. All right? But being an Impi in this day and age is to help our communities.
Thank you.
So, let's do that. Let's be umpagati that watches over each other. It's okay. Because you are bringing isintu within our communities. It's been real. It's been live. It's been Let's Talk Justice. Thank you so very much to Bra Karabolans, Aus Nontlantali Mako, Bra Solomon Matlangu, Bra Lennox Claus, and thank you so very much, Bra Levi Mudiba.